Hello, everybody. My name is Becky Draper, and I am an Ayurveda health coach and Vedic astrologer. And today we are going to talk about Jupiter moving into Cancer on June 2nd until November 1st. And it's always a time to celebrate when Jupiter moves into Cancer, which only happens every 12 years. And when Jupiter goes there, that is where Jupiter is exalted. And Jupiter is the planet of blessings, expansion, growth, Guru's grace. And so when Jupiter is exalted in Cancer, Jupiter has a lot of energy and is bringing us a lot of that healing, Guru's grace energy to our hearts. And the reason that Jupiter is exalted in Cancer is because Cancer represents the fourth house of the heart and the home and the mother energy. And so this is actually where we feel nourished and nurtured and cared for. And when Jupiter takes it, Jupiter is essentially the planet of our beliefs. And when Jupiter was in Gemini and the beliefs were challenged, and we had to take in like all this new information and decide how to process this. For many of us, it made us question some of the things that we had been told our whole lives, or some of the things that we believed, and we had to like reevaluate those beliefs. And then when we move into Cancer, this is where we take those beliefs and then we settle them into the heart. And so this is where Jupiter takes all of the new ideas and reevaluates its beliefs and then settles those beliefs into the heart. And this is the best place for the beliefs to be, because we live our lives from what we believe from our heart, then essentially this is how we align with like our dharma and our purpose. And so hopefully while you were in Gemini, you were able to get good information and you're able to process this new reality in a way that you can take that information as we move into Cancer and go even deeper and allow it to integrate and to heal you. And ultimately, on a global perspective, I think a lot of us might feel a little bit like things aren't going great, or globally, like the world is falling apart. And that is definitely like true from one perspective, but from another perspective, that we're always changing. Things are always changing. And there's been other times in my life, and I don't really remember a time where I felt like things were this chaotic necessarily, but there's been other times in my life where I was worried about something bad happening, and maybe that bad thing did happen, but in the end, it tends to work itself out. And so as all of this is happening in the world around you, if you're starting to feel a little overwhelmed, remember that Jupiter energy of taking our beliefs and settling them into the heart is part of that like healing nectar that you can use during this time as we are transitioning. We're going through a big transition, and we've always been going through a big transition. This is nothing new. But right now we are at a point where things are probably feeling a little bit heavier. I said like a little more chaotic would be the word that I would use. And that's totally just like how cycles go. We have to go through these cycles, and we're kind of watching this like world that we once knew dissolve. And that talk about that with Saturn being in Pisces, that right now Saturn is dissolving the reality that we have known. And so this Jupiter energy is helping us heal this new reality that we're all having to embrace. And the world is never going to be the same. And it has changed a lot in just the last 3 months. And that's not going to stop. It's going to keep happening. And so what this Jupiter energy, this is an opportunity on a collective level and a personal level for us to really heal this new world that we're all starting to realize and embrace, and to bring that into our heart and accept things the way they are now, because things are different and they're not going back. And the best thing to do to heal is to accept it. And that's what this Jupiter Cancer energy can really allow us to do. So I made a video that goes into how Jupiter will affect you personally based on your ascendant. And this video is more about just like on a global level and like kind of the global shift that we're all going to feel. I will say as well that I think while Jupiter is here in Cancer, you know, there'll still be, the world will still be happening. It's not all going to be great, but it's going to really help us find more healing. And I think you're going to see people coming together more, and you're going to see less of this like fighting amongst each other. And we may actually start to even direct our anger towards the people at the top, because that's what the like whole last the whole eclipse cycle has been about, is putting the energy towards the people. The people are disgusted with the leaders. And ultimately, I think this like Jupiter in Cancer is helping us to rectify the fact that a lot of these leaders do not need to be gone. They're not healthy for humanity as a whole, and that humanity is actually a lot more at peace and wants peace. And it's actually these like leaders who are the ones who are causing so much violence. But if you really look at like humanity as a whole, and of course there's always exceptions, but the majority of the people are peaceful and just want peace. They don't want war. Most people don't want war. And I think that this Jupiter and Cancer energy is really going to bring that to the forefront. So I'm gonna stop talking about this. I watched the Jupiter in Cancer video for you on a personal level if you want to go a little deeper. But on a global level, this is a great time for hopefully us to heal our hearts. And I will see you in the next video.